So Scott, what's been the craziest thing that you've seen in a home inspection?
Well, one time I came in and it was occupied home, and when I got in there, try to make sure that nobody's around, just don't want to barge in on anybody, and a bedroom door was closed, knocked on the door, nobody answered, opened the door, and there was somebody still sleeping in there, and they really weren't clothed.
Hey, we better not talk about this.
Yeah.
Cut. So today we got a good friend here, Scott. He's actually an agent here at Original Realty, and he has a unique situation. He's actually an inspector. So the first thing we're going to ask you, Scott, what does the average buyer need to know about inspections?
Well, the home inspection's actually intended to find major issues with your home and safety items. While the inspector's looking for those big things, they'll always find little things, but we really need to focus on the major cost items.
My client wants to bring in like their brother that's a handyman or their uncle that's a general contractor. Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, sometimes that well-meaning friend or relative can, they have an emotional attachment for one.
Yeah.
And they tend to focus on their area of expertise. And then they don't look at the whole property as a whole. And your home inspector will. They're looking at the entire property.
And one thing that I've noticed when you get into the negotiation part on the inspection repairs, if you're using your brother or your uncle compared to like a third party inspection company, it's just hard to say, hey, here's what this handyman said, or here's what this general contractor said, opposed to a certified inspector.
Right. And they're not looking at all of the items on the home that a regular home inspector would.
So what do you think the biggest items that a buyer should be concerned with when they're buying a home?
Major systems and components that we're looking at. Let's just go from the top down.
Okay.
Looking at the roof, looking at your AC, electric, plumbing, and foundation.
Because those could be big ticket items, right?
They can be very expensive to fix or replace.
Yeah, what could be a big foundation problem cost?
It's in the thousands of dollars.
Tens of thousands, right?
Exactly.
If you have a major plumbing problem, that could be in the tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Same thing with roof and
roofing and air conditioners are thousands of dollars.
everything's adding up now. So
it all gets very expensive.
it's important to get the inspector in there.
Right.
So one last question for you, and this is an item that comes up. Should your client be there the whole inspection?
It's really not recommended. I mean, I understand why they want to be there.
You probably don't get anything done if a client's asking you questions every step throughout the whole process, right?
It's it. It can be very distracting, and you really want your inspector to focus on the property. They're going to answer any questions you have anyways. So if they give the inspector some time to work, then they can ask all those questions. The inspector's going to show them, talk about all the problems and issues they found. So it really is probably the best if they wait.
So they wait till the summary, and then you'll go through every single major item that you find on there, right? And you'll walk them through the property.
Yep, and then if you need to go out and look at things, that's the perfect time to do it.
So if you have additional questions on inspections or you want to purchase a home, give me or Scott a call. What's your best number to get a hold of you, Scott?
Actually, my cell phone, 602-696-6826.
Well, we really appreciate you coming here today with us. It's very helpful.
All right, thank you.